Yo, that's crazy. What's up, everyone? I hope you had a great day. Today for me was actually a lot of fun. So a beautiful friend and I went to a baseball game and we watched a minor league baseball game. I'm not a big baseball fan, but it was kind of cool sitting there. They have front row seats and literally I was 10 feet from a player. So it was kind of cool just to watch that and be so close to the on-field action. But I'm not a big baseball fan. I've never been a baseball fan. Kind of take that back. I do have a favorite team, but I've never been steadily watching it. But the game was a lot of fun, and I had a lot of enjoyment and got some really good food and had a great time. But I hope your day was great, and I hope that you had a smile on your face. And yeah, let's talk about the video we're about to get into. So today we're gonna watch a video by Tabs. It's called "Insane Childhood Punishments." Now, if you're like me, I was a good kid, but sometimes I got really bad and I would be punished and I deserved it kind of thing. I'm not saying my parents ever punished me really badly, but they did punish me a couple of times. Not that often, just sometimes. Still love them. I love you guys. Mom and Dad, if you're watching this, I love you guys. But today we're going to watch a video that talks about Tab's experience getting punished as a child. And hopefully I'll be able to put a smile on your face or make you think about something else. So yeah, go ahead and if you aren't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and then leave a like if you enjoy this video. But let's dive into it. Ooh.
I was a bad child.
So was I.
A
Not
very
really.
bad child. A little girl who deserved all the
This is creepy.
spankings.
FBI, open up!
Oh, crap.
We're gonna give you 3 seconds to open the door, or we're gonna kick it down and point our guns at you and yell, "Get down!" 'Cause
Ow.
that's what we do here. That's what we do!
Wait, sir? Mr. FBI, sir? I swear it wasn't meant to sound like that. Damn it! It's the tone. Always the tone.
I don't care what it is. If you don't open this door, I'm gonna break this fancy looking doorbell too.
Listen, I'm not playing these games either. It's a
This
false
is
call.
funny.
Get out of here before I call the cop. Oh, wait.
They are the
You asked for
cops.
it.
I love the light coming through the door. That makes me laugh so hard.
Help me out here.
Anyways, I was a reckless, monstrous child back then, and I probably deserved some of the punishments my dad gave me. I got my ass whooped 1,000 different ways as a kid. Was it child abuse? Yes, absolutely, 100%, no question about it, no doubt. Did I fight back? Sometimes. Did I regret it? Yeah, I bet. But if we're being honest
Threw a dumbbell at her.
not really, because
My
I
parents
made
were
the
never
same
that bad.
mistakes at least 50 times over again. Before you all start ripping Pops a new face hole, I'm gonna back him up a bit and say he wasn't a complete villain. On his good days, he could be the most hilarious, insightful
love
guy on
Kino.
Mother Earth.
Ugh,
And on
that's a
other
dad
days,
right there.
he'd become this guy. But nowadays, I can confidently say we're chill. We're good. This is him before and after he found Jesus in his heart and changed his old savage Asian dad ways. We agreed I could make this video about him as long as I coughed up $100. So
100
this
bucks.
is in no way, shape, or form slander or defamation, because it's a bribe. And the purpose of making this video? I don't know. I didn't plan on bringing this to the grave with me. I think it's worth sharing. If anything, there's still a hell
That's
of a lot
fair.
of families
Yeah,
out
I don't
there
wanna
who
bring
consider
anything
an
to the grave
abusive
with me like
parenting
that.
style normal. And if anyone dealing with this now is facing trauma, just know it's far from anything to tolerate, because it can really mess with you up there. So Pops used to have an anime and
Okay, so so far it's pretty interesting. She's talking about her dad and how I guess her dad was kind of strict, and I get that. My parents weren't very strict. They corrected me when I needed correcting, and they were very loving parents. But in her situation, her dad was very strict, and yeah, so I guess it kind of borderlined on abuse versus not abuse, and that's important because no child deserves to be abused. But then she said something that really kind of stuck out to me, and that's she doesn't want to bring it to the grave with her. So I guess she was like, oh, if I die, I don't want people not knowing. I think that's really honorable because other people are going to be raising kids and that they deserve to know the right way, the proper way to raise a kid. Anyway, let's keep going, and yeah, got off subject for a second.
antagonist childhood backstory himself, with both his parents leaving the world at the age of 10, leaving him with a nutcase uncle who was always drunk, had severe anger issues,
Ooh,
and
so he comes
constantly
from
chased him around with an
pretty
axe
bad
he so
background.
conveniently kept on his wall. Years later, he died from a boating accident, and Pops was all alone. I want to say the buildup of his violent childhood experiences developed his temperament issues later on, as well as his
that
strict
makes
parenting
sense.
style. Does that justify his actions at all?
No.
Maybe a little. Hell no.
No.
This man was wildin'. This wasn't some game of past the abuse. My mom wasn't always around to stop him, because she was busy at work. Yeah, it was crazy at times, but we found ways to put up with it. I remember casually discussing with some of my friends a while back about the type of punishments their parents gave them. And not to make it a contest or anything like that, but their answers seemed kind of pale in comparison. It might also have to do with the fact that none of them had stereotypical strict Asian parents.
That's
We
fair.
sat around one of those round tables in the backyard patio. You know the ones where you have the nostalgic late night combos with your friends? If you know, you know. Anyways,
Yeah, I've
I'd act
had
like
that
one of those
before. I love
pretentious
those.
elders that always gotta one-up the millennials for some reason. Well, one time, I stole from my mom's wallet, and I got spanked a few times.
That was me.
Well, ain't that something? I had to go to bed earlier for faking my report card grades. Ugh, so annoying. You had to sleep
It's like
more?
kitty stuff.
Sounds like Christmas. Oh yeah? I had a timeout and had to go sit in the corner for breaking another kid's nose. And what did we learn?
Breaking a
I
kid's
was grounded
nose?
for a
Holy
week
cow.
for burning down my neighbor's house. Huh? I'm sorry. Why you not in jail? I'm 3 years old. Oh, okay, so you get a pass from the government or something. What about
Yeah,
you?
fair enough.
Okay,
If you're 3,
well,
you do.
so this one time my dad... All garbage! Get out of here with that Mr. Softy nonsense! You young whippersnappers had it too easy. When I was your age... Oh, shit. Here we go again. I was punished every day for being a peasant. I had to walk 6 hours up a mountain
love this.
in negative 50-degree weather to go to
Oh,
school
this is funny.
while carrying a boar so I could eat it raw during kindergarten
Oh, that
snack time.
meme.
Tough times make tough people. No
Oh my
snowflake
goodness.
gang.
This is
Alpha
hilarious.
zone. Yeah. Hardcore! Who let this crackhead in here? Really? You dead-ass barge in here comparing punishments like this is the oppression Olympics or something right now. Lay off, man. It's not that serious. Yeah, why are you so barbaric? You insolent. Who you calling barbaric? My dad was never a man of
Okay, so since they were all sharing stories, I might as well share. This didn't happen to me, but a family story. So it happened to my cousin. Basically, when we were younger, I mean, I was probably 5 and he was probably 7 or something like that. We were at a park and we were running around the park and chasing each other. And I think I had gone off with my parents. You know, my parents had called me back, hey, come get some food or something. And my cousin kind of ran off and went and hid from everyone. He thought it'd be funny. Well, my aunt started looking for him, and she couldn't find him. And so the entire family, it was like a family cookout. The entire family started looking for him, couldn't find him at all. I mean, like, everyone was searching. I had no idea where he was. They were asking me where he had gone because I was playing with him, and I couldn't remember. And so no one could find him. And then finally, my dad walked by a porta potty, and he saw that it was occupied. So he knocked on it, you know, just trying to check who was in there. And it was my cousin trying to give a deeper voice, trying to sound like an older gentleman. And so my aunt, like, ripped open the door, and I remember her dragging him out of the bathroom and beating him. I mean, not beating him, but just, like, spanking him until the point where he was like, I'm sorry. And, you know, he was a kid, so. But anyway, that was my kind of childhood story. It didn't happen to me personally. It happened to my cousin. But I remember that so vividly because, you know, he had the spanking of his life. Anyway, let's keep going. And, yeah, I like this video so far.
Discussion. Conversations between Pops and I would never last more than 2 minutes. Instead,
That's
he
fair.
reminded me of those main menu character in RPG games where you get to choose your own weapon, because he always had it ready somewhere. It'll be anything and everything. Glass cups, broomsticks, golf clubs,
Jeez, this
your
is terrible.
TV, you name it. Okay, so for the actual punishments now. Let's start with something tame, like him breaking all my electronics as a kid. It
My,
was during my
cousin's
bedtime when
dad
I was
did that, I
playing the
think. I
Game
don't
Boy
know.
Advance under the covers.
Maybe not.
I'm pretty sure he heard the noise from the Scooby-Doo game I was playing, so he walked over, pulled off the blanket, and I don't know what
Oof.
was going through my mind then, but I figured the best course of action was to pretend falling asleep then and there. He thought
Yeah,
I was
my
being
parents
a
never did
smartass,
that to me.
which got him even more pissed.
I'm so
he
lucky.
grabbed the Game Boy, walked into the kitchen, broke it in half, threw it in the sink, and turned on the water on full blast.
Jeez.
Oh, you know, just to
That
make
is
sure it was never
terrible.
going to turn on ever again. I'm sorry, but was that all really necessary? Then there was that time he stomped on my iPod because I had a bad habit of listening to music at a volume that could make anyone go deaf. Didn't hear him calling my name from downstairs.
I wonder why.
Thought I was ignoring
Dang.
him. He broke my PSP in half,
Oof.
stomped my iPod Nano and
Oof.
radio all at once.
All those are
because he was
terrible.
mad about something else I forgot. I played Toontown and Club Penguin like there was no
I love
tomorrow.
Club Penguin.
So
I
pulled out
wish
the
it was
wires
still
from my
around.
computer, broke the keyboard and mouse, and threw it against the wall. I got the crystal clear message that this man was extra as fuck. Actually, a lot of moments even as a kid, I was convinced, hey, maybe this guy's a psychopath after all. I remember when I was around 9, and my brother was around 7, we came home home from after school, and my brother was hungry enough that the process of getting a plate, putting food on the plate,
Nice.
bringing a napkin, spoon and fork, and sitting down to eat seemed like
That
too much of a
smelled
chore for
good.
him. So what'd he do? Like most kids would, he climbed on top of a stool and took the food directly out the pot with his hands.
Oh,
Pops
that's
caught him
not
as he was
good.
walking by, and he immediately stormed into the kitchen. If it wasn't for the way he made his entrance like some dark overlord, I wouldn't have thought, oh crap, what's gonna happen this
dark
time?
overlord.
He made his way over to the counter, pulled out the cutting board, and the next thing I knew, he was holding a plain old ordinary
Oh,
kitchen
no,
knife
please don't
in
cut
his-
him, please don't
Whoa!
cut him.
Hold up! Back it up! Put your hand on the cutting board. Huh? Say what now? No way, man, you're crazy. I said put your hand there. Now.
Holy
this
cow.
boy looked like he was gonna shit his pants any moment now.
Holy
Pops, you're
cow.
gonna cut his hand off just for eating out the pot? He contaminated all of it. What a selfish thing to do. Now you're gonna learn your lesson. I'm not gonna say it again. Lay it on there. Now. And then my brother ran away crying out the house before he could catch him. He waited outside
Dang.
until my mom came home, and she scolded Pops for going too far with the threats and came back to comfort us. That's as much
Dang.
as she could do sometimes.
That
Needless
is-
to say, we never ate food from the pot with our hands ever again.
That is crazy. There's no way. I don't think he was actually going to probably cut off his hand. I don't know. Maybe he was going to actually cut off his hand. No, we'll never know. That's crazy though. That is like, ugh. I can't believe a dad would do that. But I guess they are out there, and I'm very lucky to have my parents. I love my parents. So if my parents are watching this, I love you guys. Y'all are great parents. No issue there. You guys took care of me and only ever punished me when I deserved to be punished. But yeah, let's keep going.
His loony acts that time could have given any kid PTSD. I've always had an unhealthy obsession with Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh and
Like when
Pokemon.
I
I
was
love
6,
Pokemon.
I used to have a blue bucket full of bootleg Yu-Gi-Oh cards I bought from the 99-cent store. They were my treasure, and I carried them everywhere like they were my babies. What a fucking week! It was one night while I was playing in the backyard garden and found some shiny bug Pokemon I've never seen before. It was bright and gleaming, and I thought it had a glow stick up its asshole. The first thing that came to mind was
Kill it.
see, I figured it was just another mosquito-type pest. So that
kind
alpha
of.
instinct just hit me like, get the fuck out of my face. And I started squashing every single one I saw. It made my hands start glowing green. Whoa. Diddy Phantom. Take that, bitch.
What kind of bug is
Eat
this? Is
this.
it a lightning bug? Those are yellow. Or at least around me.
And boom! While I was trying to achieve my 50 combo streak, Pops caught me green-handed and towered over me after he saw the bug massacre I
Dang.
made. That'll show those hickey bugs. It went like bah, bah, and ba-da. Fuck, what did I do this time? He dragged me back inside while I had no idea what was going on. What did those bugs ever do to deserve that? I understand if it's mosquitoes or cockroaches, but fireflies? They're harmless.
I love
They only exist
fireflies.
to give light. Oh, I thought they were radioactive bugs or something, so I squashed them. Because you killed an innocent piece of nature, you'll be punished for it so you never make the same mistake again next time. He took my
Jeez,
bucket of
that is
Yu-Gi-Oh cards,
very
started ripping them piece by piece, making me watch as he
mean.
let them all fall in the
Ugh.
trash. Sometimes he went in really deep with this life stuff and took it mad seriously. But being a kid, I didn't care about no damn bugs. You bet I was only thinking about my Yu-Gi-Oh
Poor
cards.
girl.
That night, I swore I would get
Ugh,
him back
that
one day.
sucks.
This last story took place during high school. Pops
Okay,
was
so
always
there was one time that I did get kind of a punishment from my parents, but it was when my baby sister was first born. She's 3 years younger than me, so at the time I was 3. And they took me to a mall, and I kind of had like a hissy fit. I just kind of imploded. You know, I was getting used to having a baby sister, and I kind of started screaming in the middle of the mall, like pounding my hands and feet on the floor. So my dad picked me up, and he like rushed me to the bathroom, and he was like, Jacob, if you do this again, I'm gonna give you a spanking. I'm gonna spank you. And that basically caused me not to scream and cry on the floor. But yeah, anyway, that was like I don't remember that because I was 3, obviously, but I get told it a lot. It's a family story now, so it's like everyone laughs at it. But apparently that's what happened. It was almost a punishment, but then it really turned into one. But those punishments that she's receiving are terrible. They're borderline cruel. Anyway, let's keep going.
always strict about making us go around a certain park at least 5 times every day. And me and my brother hated it because we've been doing it for years. And it made us feel like hamsters running around a wheel. One day, right after I came home from school, I just refused to go to the park that day because there was a blizzard
damn.
outside, close to 0 degrees. And you probably couldn't even see where you were going because it was so dark. I was so convinced Pops would make an exception just this once. But no! See, my brother was smart to stay over at his friend's
Dang.
house that day. Because when Pops came home, I just got out the shower and he was sitting there waiting for me. No hi, no hey, no nothing. He asked, "Did you go to the park?" "No, it's crazy out there." "Get out." "Wait, Seriously? You heard me. Rain, snow, hurricane, end of the world, doesn't matter.
Yo,
You go when I
that's
tell
crazy.
you to. Can I at least bring a jacket? Don't make me say it again. Alright, fine. Jeez. I'm going, asshole. With my hair still wet, wearing just a t-shirt and
Yo.
shorts, I grudgingly headed towards the park. And
That's
as expected,
crazy.
there was not a single soul in sight in this godforsaken weather, and today's forecast was so brick it made a whole ass house. I will never forget that night. It was a beautiful day for hypothermia, a gorgeous night to freeze to death. But I definitely would have appreciated it more if I was watching it in the theaters and not experiencing
What
the
in the
ice
world?
age
That is
firsthand.
crazy.
At
Why
that
would he
point,
make her
my
do that?
hands, lips, and limbs were all frozen. I was practically standing there just waiting to become
Icicle.
one of these. I knew hypothermia was gonna kick in sooner or later just standing around there, and every second felt like an hour. I started pacing back and forth
That
quickly
is
in hopes of
crazy.
warming myself up. Fucking hell. Man's
Poor,
out of his
that
mind
is
if
just-
he thinks this is gonna build character. Cause I didn't sign up for no Navy SEAL training. For the 1000th time, I swore I was gonna get him back someday. By the time I got home, there were icicles on my hair. Not even exaggerating here. Like if you bent my hair, you could hear it crack. I didn't even know it was
Bruh,
possible to
I
hear
didn't
a
know
sound
that
like
you-
that
I mean,
coming
I
from
guess I
hair
knew that
till
could happen,
moment.
but-
Nothing less than expected. I got a fever the day after that, and we never spoke a word about this. And that's it. Didn't want to make this video too long. Back then, I had no idea how to deal
That
with
is
him.
so
But since my
sad.
brother was there, we struggled together. Pops purposely put us through tough experiences so that we could develop a strong personality, get us mentally prepared for the real world, which might have helped in the dark ages. I don't think he had bad intentions then to teach us in ways it would be engraved into our minds.
This is an
I could have
insane
sworn that I
video.
would have hated that guy forever. But years went by, he became more tolerant and tolerable, and I'm still plotting revenge against him.
Nice.
And our gut feeling got the best of us and told us to forgive him.
Alright, let's talk about this. Okay, so those were some insane punishments for anybody. I mean, no matter how bad you were, those are insane punishment. That's basically abuse. And I'm very sorry that they had to go through that and her and her brother had to stand through all of that. But that just sucks. I mean, that really bites it. The Yu-Gi-Oh cards for me would be the breaking point. And walking around in snow, I would probably, I don't know. I feel like my grandma would have shown up or something, and I just made that not happen. But that was a very intense video, and glad we got through it. I'm glad I could share some parts of my life with you guys. If you like this video, hit that like button and that subscribe button and that notification bell, and leave a comment about how well your day is going, or here's another idea, what punishments you had as a child. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.